follow me. Deal with trauma privately. I don't want to be a burden. I handle things.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports Geek. Oh, we got so much to talk about. Shohei signs with the Dodgers. Juan Soto was announced today. The announcement with the Yankees. Major League Baseball approved Shohei's deferred money, but didn't approve Aaron Judge's deferred money when the Yankees asked to do it. Interesting. And we're also on Yamamoto watch. Plus, the Dodgers and Yankees had another trade over the weekend. So crazy stuff going down. A lot to get to. Not a lot of time. Let me see if I can get to all this and give you something entertaining to listen to and watch. So Shohei signs with the Dodgers, 10 years, $700 million. Say it with me. 10 years, $700 million. I don't even know what to say. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy amounts of money. And the majority of it is deferred. I think how they structured his contract is he gets $2 million a year for the next 10 years. And the rest of that money is paid for the remaining another 10 years after that at $680 million. And he did that to kind of like allow the Dodgers to be able to maintain competitiveness or be able to, sign other players during his tenure with them, which is smart. I think if other players or big stars did that for certain teams or other teams, we're looking at things could really work out where you can start having super teams, right? Good for baseball, bad for baseball? I don't know. Do I think Shohei Ohtani is worth $700 million? I don't. I really don't. I don't think any player is, not just him. I think he's talented. But $700 million, you can't live up to that contract. It's impossible, right? I mean, hear me out. If Shohei Ohtani was batting 300 and say he's hitting a home run every 3 or 4 games, give that guy $1 billion, right? Give him $1 billion. But that's not happening. It's impossible because baseball is that difficult. Even 295, right? And hitting a home run every 5 games. I'm cool with that. The guy's worth $1 billion. That's a talent. And say his ERA was 2.25. That's cool. But that's not the case. I think he's like a 274, 275 career hitter. I think he's like a 3 ERA since he's been here. So, I mean, those are good. They're not great, but they're good. So once again, not taking anything away from his talent, but that's a lot of money to give to somebody who's not hitting 300. And baseball has had a lot of players who've hit 300. Now, mind you, 300 means for every 10 plate appearances, you're hitting the ball 3 times. Every 20 plate appearances, 6 times, and so on and so forth. So, and those is what I deemed when I was growing up as a good hitter, right? So just hit it 3 out of 10 times. You're a pretty damn good hitter, great hitter. So that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I know there's others that feel differently about that. And I'm not taking away from this guy's talent or his brand. He is what he is. No matter how quirky he might be, that's Shohei. He's always been that way. He likes his privacy. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But that's a large sum of money to give to somebody and have them try to live up to that contract. So, and I wish him all the best on it. I've always said when I was younger, a player should make any amount of money they want to make. And why is that? Because if they get hurt, they can't play anymore. That's all they've got. That's their superior athletes, at the top of their professional sports level. If they get injured or hurt, what are they going to do? So they should make the most. But as I get older, I realized, wow, that's, I don't know how much these teams make. It'd be a cool little show to maybe dive into some financials and figure some things out. But I mean, when you have 3 or 4 guys on the team that have some big contracts, you can actually hinder yourself. So I just have to think that with that contract, he's got a lot of burden on him. But like I said, he did structure it to where the Dodgers can add more pieces around him to build a super team. And God bless him. So, God, hey, congrats, Shohei. You did what you did, and you're making that money. Show Shohei the money, as I said before. In other news, the Dodgers and Yankees did do a trade for two players. I guess the Dodgers need to clear some roster players because they have a full 40-man roster. And they said to the Yanks, hey, man, you want to do a 2-for-1 deal? We'll give you two guys. You give us one back to free up some space so they can add Shohei and Joe Kelly to the 40-man roster. So I think we picked up a guy named Victor Gonzalez and a guy, Yurbitz Ortiz. I don't know how to say his name. I apologize. I have to look it up. But one's Yurbit is an infielder, can play second, third base. And Victor Gonzalez is a lefty pitcher that we desperately need out the bullpen. So I don't think if we get Victor Gonzalez, I don't see how the Yankees would sign Juan Peralta again. And I think Victor's making $1 million, $2 million a year. So why would you pay Wandy 10? So Wandy might be out, and he's also younger than Wandy. So I think that's going to be a good pickup for the Yankees because we just traded away a whole bunch of depth pieces to San Diego to get Juan Soto, which I have no issues with that. We gave up a lot, but we got a lot. So I think it was a win-win on both parts. We got Juan Soto. They got a whole bunch of a starter, 3 depth pieces, and a catcher. I think it's a win-win for everybody. That's a fair trade to obtain Juan Soto. And the Padres are going to benefit in the young pitching prospects that they now have that can last them for years and save the money over time. I was reading an article today and I realized that Major League Baseball, so let's get back to Shohei for a minute, they deferred a lot of his money. So I think the Dodgers are paying him like $2 million a year over the next 10 years. And the $680 is for the remaining 10 years after that. But it's deferred. The Yankees tried to do a similar deal with Aaron Judge to kind of defer some money out. It was like $400 million, over 10 or 14 or something like that. And Major League Baseball denied it. They said, no, we're not approving that. I think that's kind of weird. I think that Major League Baseball hates the Yankees. And as an avid Yankee fan, I think, as you can see my jersey right here, Yanks, my hat. I just think that that's weird that didn't get approved. Now, I don't know the entire conversation, how that went down, but I think it's a double standard. I think it's a way bigger double standard to basically approve one and not approve the other, to allow the Dodgers to sign more people. And they're not even close to the cap. I think the Dodgers payroll is like $140 million. The Yankees are already at like $260, plus they haven't even paid Juan Soto yet. Plus they're trying to get Yamamoto. Makes no sense whatsoever. Don't even understand that. But yeah, on the next show, I'll see if I can find that article and I'll read it to you. But yeah, that's some interesting stuff I read today. So I know right now the Yankees had a meeting with Yamamoto and his representative yesterday in California. He's a 3-time Japanese Cy Young Award winner, and they really need another solid starter for their rotation. Right now, it's be Cole. If they can get Yamamoto, that would be Cole, then Yamamoto, I guess Rodon. Then you have Nestor Cortez, Clark Schmidt. How would I slot those two? Oh, and I hear they want to bring Frankie Montas back. So let's add him to the mix. So it would be Cole, Yamamoto if we get him, Rodon. I'd do Frankie Montas 4 and figure out, Cortez or Clark Schmidt is number 5. That's how I'd actually have that rotation set up. If we get Yamamoto. And I sure hope we get him. I feel positive about it, but anything can happen. He says he wants to play for a legacy team. That's the Yankees or Dodgers. I'm sorry. I don't see any other team playing there. Can the Mets offer more money? Yes. But it'll come down to the Dodgers or Yankees. And I feel good in my bones to say, if he loves the bright lights, this guy, he loves the pressure. He wants to perform on the biggest stage. That's the New York Yankees. advertising capital of the world. You want to make your money, not just get paid by the Yankees, but have marketing and all this stuff at your disposal. That's New York. Dodgers, LA is the next biggest market. So it's interesting to see that people say the Cubs or Boston, legacy team, but it's Boston. I mean, no disrespect to Boston fans. I'm just saying it's Boston. But we'll see how this goes down. I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm hoping and wishing for the best, and we'll see where things fall. So, like I said, my show is about, just sports and entertainment talk. We'll do talk about collectibles. We do like comic books, art, things like that. We talk about, other types of sports, fishing, basketball, football. And I'm going to start having some guests on Marvel movies, TV shows. I'm going to start having some guests to their, with their subject matter experts at each given topic. So right now I'm just trying to keep up with the winter, the winter meetings are over, but trying to keep up with baseball, try and come on here as much as possible if something's announced. I know I missed this weekend. I apologize. There's shows every Sunday at 6 p.m. Had some technical difficulties, but we're working that out. Like I said, the show's a little bit organic at this point in time, but eventually we're going to have everything just flow. And as you can see, I'm working on some intros that you saw here and just be a little bit more professional. So right now, I don't have any news for you. I could stay on and talk more about, baseball, but right now I think that we'll end the show for today. And then once I get some more breaking news, I'll do my best to come back live and continue the conversation. So until then, thank you for watching. My name is Errol, your host of Sports Geek, and I will see you soon. Have a good night.
Hey, nowadays the pain follow me. Deal with trauma privately. I don't want to be a burden. I handle things.